Hello everybody, this is not exactly a review, but it's technically a vlog on this little game. This is A Bastard's Tale. A Bastard's Tale is an action-adventure indie game that first came out on Steam sometime last year and recently came to the PlayStation 4 network. It goes for about $5 to $6. It is a 2D side-scroller with an interesting blocking and attacking mechanic. You actually have to hold the R2 button along with one of the other buttons to block in said direction. Triangle for an overhead attack / block, circle button for a left attack and block, and finally square for the right attack and block. You also have a roll backwards, but you have to do this with the X button and hold back on the left stick. These controls are listed, but you don't have the option to change them. And, well, over the last few days, I've been playing it. And so far, these are my thoughts. There's not much of a plot, really. It's pretty simple. You're a dude clad in armor, and a bunch of people want to kill you, and you want to kill them. And there you go. And, sad to say, I've only actually been able to make it to the second level, but as I've understood, as I'm looking here on the Steam page over here, it seems that they actually nerfed and updated the second level to make it harder intentionally. I say this because I watched somebody Let's Play this, and when they got to the second level... So let me start a little bit from the beginning. This game starts off, you're in a village, and you just fight against very simple villagers who just have sticks. And opponents and your own attacks are pretty easily telegraphed, where it's very apparent how you need to block. Villagers are also very easy to kill. Just like that. Hell, some of them will even run away after their very first hit. It's also interesting to note how the villagers who are attacking you with sticks or their farm equipment, that they will only have a certain amount of durability, so they'll break very quickly. But this big, bad motherfucker right here, you know, the first villager, he'll actually still come at you with some determination. And I kind of like how he just stands there when you're just walking towards him like, what? What you gonna do? I got a stick. Meanwhile, you're looking at him like, I'm clad in armor and I have a sword. Yet a stick can still hurt you. Anyway, as you make your way through this, there are also bulls, for some reason, and then eventually you get to a boss. There's always a potion at the boss fight, or at least a little bit before the boss fight, in order to give you back your health so that you at least stand a chance. You can take upwards to about 6 or 5 hits. It's a tad undetermined. But this game takes a lot of practice. Hence the trailer saying that this game is nothing but a lot of pain. And yeah, they are right about that. This game is pain. Okay, so let's go over what I like about this game. I love the pixel art of it. I do. I actually like that they put a lot of thought into how a lot of the game mechanics work in here. How you actually have to watch how your opponents are going to attack, but my patience and my reaction time is not very good, so that's on me. It's also because it probably feels a lot better to play something like this on the PC so that your quick little button presses are actually a lot more effective than it is on a controller. The music is good. It's there, and the sound effects are pretty good. A tad inconsistent at times. The only thing that's kind of odd, I'll say, is that you get the same sound effect when you make an effective block and when you get hit, aside from the fact that you do have a brief stun animation. But that's about it. So, let's talk about the second level. I have been playing this for probably the last hour or so. Just this one level alone. I've gotten to the boss, because once you figure things out, it becomes... You're able to make your way through it just fine to get to the damn boss. But it's infuriating because level 1 is pretty easy. It dulls it out pretty easily. You know, but then you get these guys who at times seems like they have better reach and that they can attack faster than you, but they still have about the same amount of wind-up. It just never really seems to make too much sense how one attack has a better reach and then another doesn't. And what I would usually end up doing for these first round guys that you get to is just button mash whatever to just get past them. And then you get these guys on horseback with lances who thankfully you just... At first when I got to them I didn't know what the hell it was I was supposed to do until I realized, oh, right, you got to hit their lance and it'll knock them off their horse. And what I actually like is how they actually bothered to put in a little bit of different animation for... depending on the different attack that you want to use in order to knock them off their horse. And then you get these little bastards on the ground with a lance. Again, I didn't know what to do when I first got to them. Well, it's pretty apparent now. You gotta stun them by whacking their lance and then walk up to them and hit them. But you only get a few seconds in order to actually do it before they'll roll back and then try to attack you again. This game supports a lot of aggression and defense, and for someone like me, it's very off balancing is the best way that I can put it. And so anyway, I watched a person's Let's Play just to see, you know, what was going on. You know, not for any sort of strategy, because enemies will just attack and defend differently and randomly. And what was so damn annoying was that on his Let's Play, which was like several months ago, is that an enemy before the second level boss is just a normal conquistador looking soldier. Well, in my version that I played, asshole has a shield. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, he only just defends with the shield. No. I've had occasions where, because he has a sword and shield, he will defend differently. Like, the shield will be defending his side, and then I've had times where I've attacked him vertically, and he blocked it with his sword. I could tell because of the animation. Anyway, this annoying bastard. And then finally you get to the boss, who is just a palette swap of you. If there is one thing I hate, it's inconsistency. So the first time I fought this guy, you have to wait for him to attack you first. And then you have to block his attack, and then stun him properly before you can hit him. But it's inconsistent as to when he will become stunned. So you just gotta block until he becomes stunned, and then you can hit him. I've never been able to beat this guy. Okay, so update. I got to level 3. And yeah, it still continues to get harder. I fought these crowmen. Yeah, they're hard little bastards. But thankfully, though, you can just use your weapon in order to just knock their weapons out of the sky. It's just the problem of getting close enough to them, but they don't evade until you hit them. And then you got these stickmen here. And these stickmen are badasses. So, but yeah, I kind of gave up on this game a while ago. I would still say that I only paid $5 for it, and it's competently made. And it's a very challenging game that just demands a lot of attention and perfection. I don't mind a bit of challenge every once in a while either, but this was just no damn fun. There were several points where I nearly did want to throw my controller across the room. This game was only about $6, but once you master it, it's pretty damn short, and then after that, there's not a whole lot of replayability. There's an endless mode to it where you just go through the levels fighting random enemies. No boss fights, just random enemies. I don't really see any joy in that, but if you want challenge and you want to be punished, check this out. You'll probably like it. Well, everybody, I hope that you've enjoyed. Please click the like and subscribe button if you did. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about this game. I'm sure that a lot of people liked it, and I can understand why. This is a competently well-made game. I just don't care for something that is just punishingly hard just for the sake of being hard. That's how they're selling it, too. So, anyway, see you guys next time.